Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Media True Nerd, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas Survival Mode, the JSawyer Director's Cut, and not Fallout 4 Survival Mode, which is what I said at the end of Episode 1, because I'm a bloody genius. Oh my goodness. So, let's have a quick update on where we are. This is something I'm going to have to do, by the way, like a very quick little mod update at the beginning of each episode, because I vaguely have in mind I'd like to add in maybe, like, say, one new mod per episode or something, so we've actually got like a chance to like properly look at it and see what it does and see if we like it and stuff like that. Though before we get to the new mod, we're going to have to discuss the last mod, which is thank you to all of the many people who pointed out to me based on the footage that I put up last week. I didn't quite install the texture pack correctly. The texture pack that I installed was only like a little bit installed, like only some of it actually took root. So thanks to those people who actually diagnosed that and told me how to fix it. That has indeed now been fixed, and if I thought Fallout New Vegas was ridiculously gorgeous before, then bloody hell is it ridiculously pretty. I mean, this is just what I wanted. It looks just like vanilla. It looks just like you remember Fallout New Vegas looking, except pretty, but just everything about it is now gorgeous, like the wood textures and the barred doors and the ground and everything, and the mailboxes are sexy, and the stop signs, flip me the stop, look at that, getting as close as I can to this is gorgeous. Yes, I should have specified, by the way, the texture pack I've installed the largest, most intensive version of that. So, yeah, the textures that are now mapped across everything are ridiculously massive. It is just stunning. Absolutely stunning. I'm thrilled. Alright, now let's move very quickly on to the actual new mod that I've installed this week before we crack on with our adventure. Thank you to everyone who put recommendations down in the comments. I do read absolutely all of them, so if you've got mods you want to see, do please recommend them, and I will be kind of, yeah, looking over absolutely all of those. The one I've started with is the Weaponry Texture Project. I liked this one, because this is exactly what I want. Like, everything's exactly the same as it ever was, it's just that everything's just a little bit sexier than it used to be. So, obviously, you know, we'll get to see that more as this episode goes on, but if I kind of go over to some weapons, you'll see, I think particularly on the varmint rifle, you can see that, like, if I just kind of spin it around here, like, yeah, the textures on it's just been nicely done up. It looks a lot better than it used to. The shotgun, you can kind of see, especially, I think that actually, if I go into third person, even if you put the weapons on your back, you can really still see the difference, especially with like the wood grain there. That's a really nice improvement. So yes, we do indeed have some nicer weapons. So as we come across some new weapons this part, I will be showing those off as well, but very exciting indeed. Oh yeah, you can particularly see it on the 9mm submachine gun. That looks really nice. It's only got 5 bullets in it, so it's not actually that useful to me, but that's a really lovely improvement, as is just everything. Everything is so sexy now. Anyway, let's crack on with our adventure. No, wait, first we have to admire the mattress. Look at that bloody mattress texture. Oh, that's utterly beautiful. So obviously last time you will recall we started Ghost Town Gunfight, but we didn't get particularly far into it. In fact, we hadn't done any of the little checks as yet. That is because obviously if you want to do Ghost Town Gunfight, the most sensible thing you can do first is deal with the powder gangers elsewhere, because various points around the waste you're going to run into powder gangers, particularly in the early game. They're not desperately dangerous, but they can toss dynamite at you, and dynamite, that most certainly can actually hurt. So it would most certainly be worth dealing with any business with powder gangers now and just kind of, you know, bypassing them at this point rather than having to deal with them later. Because right now they're perfectly friendly. Powder gangers, I think some people actually miss this because, like, you know, if you upset the powder gangers by doing Ghost Town Gunfight, you go instantly vilified. Whereas if you kind of go up to the powder gangers having not done that, the powder gangers are actually totally fine with you. There's a couple of them right here and they're totally cool with you. Hello guys, Gene skydiving. Beautiful. Yes, you're fine with me, aren't you? Yes, you're totally 100% fine with me. Magnificent. Gene skydiving, good little point to loot. I'll just kind of grab some stuff out of here, see what we actually get out of it. Because again, like, the thing is, I'm going to loot, like, everywhere because I don't know where Josh Sawyer has gone and hidden all of the courier stash weapons. Like, some of them could be dotted around here somewhere, so looting's got exciting again. And not only that, but I know enemy placements have changed, so I could go into a building and there could be enemies I'm not expecting in here. Though the loot placements is really good, because, like, I do find, having played a lot of Fallout 4 now, looting in Fallout 3 in New Vegas isn't as exciting, because the vast majority of the time, there's nothing that's, like, worth looting, so it's kind of nice to be in a situation where actually there might suddenly be something worth looting dotted around the place. You've got yourself a star bottle cap there. I believe the locker is like the one that's important is average locked. Yeah, all the others are empty. There's an average lock one, but there is in fact a key right here. So there we are, just grab the key, because I can't open an average lock. Crack that open, and we get ourselves a bunch of ammo, money, Merc Cruiser. Ooh, Merc Cruiser, hang on, how does that compare with what I've got at the moment? So Merc Grunt is guns 10, repair 5. Melee weapons 10, sneak 5. I tell you what, if you were going for a melee class, that would actually be worth considering. That's actually pretty darn decent. Silence 22 doesn't weigh much. Worth having? Yeah, sure, why not? I'll take one of those, why not? Look, I think they've actually, that's had its power slightly increased. Damage 7 seems high for that. Plus bonus critical damage. Yeah, I think that might have had its power increased, in fact, which is nice, because that thing was always pretty bloody useless, so it really needed a power increase. Now, the nice thing about the Powder Gang as actually being neutral to you for the moment is it means you can kind of raid their camps very easily without actually getting into a fight with them. Without, ooh, hello, was this always... I'm just seeing things, like, because things have just changed ever so slightly, I'm seeing things I never really... Sexy sleepwear! I'll gladly pull some sexy pajamas out of a cupboard in the middle of a wasteland. Perfect. I mean, sexy sleepwear is terrible next to naughty nightwear, because naughty nightwear is a straight plus 10 speech, whereas sexy sleepwear is, what is it, just plus 1 charisma, and plus 1 charisma is worth, what, plus 2 to speech? So it's much, much worse. But yes, the real advantage to the Powder Gang is being neutral is you can loot their camps. And not just their camps, but you can get their traps out of the ground. They're really quite hard to bloody see traps. Be really bloody careful of these. But yeah, they've got powder chargers buried in the ground, which even at this resolution are quite hard to see. So you can see there's one right there, and there's one right there. Now these things are worth grabbing because they're really rather powerful, but yeah, they're bloody difficult to see, even with like the ridiculously high resolutions I've got here. So grab this one, and grab this one. Beautiful. Yeah, they're next to frag mines. They're so bloody hard to see, but they're really, really powerful as well. I can't steal the dynamite. These guys would object. I don't want to actually start a fight with them, but they don't mind me opening up their box. That's nice. And the other thing, of course, is unlike Fallout 4, which very generously let you use VATS to spot mines, buried and laid explosives in Fallout New Vegas, there's no way to actually detect those whatsoever. You just can't do it. So, like, yeah, VATS won't help you. I never actually liked that in Fallout 4. I preferred Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas' way of doing it, where you couldn't actually... Stop detecting me. Stop it. I want to rob you blind. Yeah, I preferred Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3's way of doing it, where, like, you actually had to be on the lookout for mines. Ooh, Powder Gang Soldier outfit offers no damage resistance and presumably no damage threshold. Well, that kind of... Really? Yep, so it says no damage resistance and presumably no damage threshold. If I put it on... yeah, indeed, I'm disguised as a Powder Ganger, but it does literally nothing. My damage threshold falls to 0. That's completely worthless. Let's just get rid of that. Powder charges, by the way, work exactly the same as frag mines, pretty much. You just lay them. Actually, I remember them being a little bit more powerful. I'm not sure if maybe this mod slightly depowered them, but I certainly remember them being more powerful than flipping 47, so that's either my memory is failing me or they have indeed been slightly downgraded. Anyway, let's crack on towards Primm. Shouldn't run into much trouble aside from like the odd gecko floating around, but now I've got this 10mm pistol from doing Barton Thorne's little unmarked quest. We should be able to take care of those guys very, very easily indeed. Especially if some of these guys aren't even really fighting you. They're taking part in little kind of like staged fights against like other wildlife, so I'm not sure that guy even like cares about you. No, we're still hidden from that guy. One of the geckos will at some point like go into a stage fight against a rad roach, which as far as I can tell just exists to demonstrate, hey, just so you know, if you've just come from playing Fallout 3, these geckos are more strong than rad roaches. So they're just kind of, yeah, they're just kind of running around. I don't think any of them are going to cause me any difficulty whatsoever. I've got plenty of gecko steak, by the way, so I'm not in a desperate rush to kind of go and get more meat or anything. I'm very happy to head on my way to our other past Primm. Oh no! The fight already happened. I always thought that fight triggered when you were actually going, like, past and you'd actually see a gecko fighting a radroach. But it would seem not on this occasion. Oh, well. Anyway, very close to Primm now. I think we're past the point where anything will actually attack us. In we go to Primm, may as well pick up the fast travel location, and indeed loot the place dry. Nice thing about Primm is it's got a whole bunch of NCR supplies around, but very few actual NCR troops. Meaning you've got the really lovely advantage that, for the most part, there's large amounts of, like, ammo boxes just left completely unattended. Don't want to be taking too much ammo, by the way. Ammo having weight and my carry capacity being so low for the moment, until I have the opportunity to take something like strong back or generally find something that gives me a bit more strength floating around. Yeah, it could be a little bit on the tricky side to actually carry all this stuff that I'm randomly stealing. I may have to actually fight my kleptomaniac urges for once. There's safe still here though, isn't it? Yes, it is. It's not even locked. Beautiful. Oh, it feels so weird to see duct tape and not want to take it. But more importantly, the completely empty, unattended... Oh my goodness, look at the new flipping leather textures. Oh, that's... well, kind of faux leather textures. That's nice. That's very lovely. Yes, completely flipping unattended tent means you can actually get yourself some NCR armor and some other bits and pieces as well. No need to worry about that. But, ooh, lots of stuff, in fact. More stuff than I was expecting. Take a new 10mm pistol, can repair mine up with that. Let's see what they've done with NCR armor at this point. And this is interesting. Damage threshold 9, but also damage resistance 5. So yes, basically, JSawyer Mod actually adds damage resistance from Fallout 3 back into the game in a limited capacity. So more armors have damage resistance and damage threshold. Now, damage resistance was actually in Fallout New Vegas, but a very tiny percentage of the time. One of the things that you may remember is the breathing equipment that you can get from the Boomer's Quest. That actually had damage resistance on it. And a couple of like bits of like civilian clothing had damage resistance as well. But like such a tiny number of things had damage resistance. I was never even convinced it was supposed to be in the game. I always kind of thought it might have been just like a little bug or something. But it's been added in properly now. Damage resistance, just as a reminder, back in this generation, was basically, it was a flat percentage damage reduction. So basically what they're saying is, though I would need to check what order it's applied in. I think damage resistance is always applied first, but correct me if I'm wrong in the comments there. So when a shot comes in, say a shot that's like 20 damage. If a shot that's doing 20 damage comes in, then if you've got DR5, then 5% is taken off that. 5% of 20 is 1, so that's 19. Then if you've got damage threshold 9, that means a further 9 is taken off the shot, so that means it goes down to 10. Whereas if it didn't have the damage resistance, the shot would just do -9, so 11. So damage resistance is like, arguably at its low levels, a lot less useful than damage threshold. But if you can find something with good damage resistance and threshold, that can certainly help an awful lot. I would like to take a set of this armor if I can, but it's very heavy, and I won't want to be wearing it around the powder gangers because they are by default hostile to the NCR, so that would be very bad indeed. I'm carrying flipping 11 sunset sarsaparillas. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to drink all of these now and just kind of hope I get like a star bottle cap out of it. Like, I don't really care about waiting for healing for these things. I'd rather just get rid of the weight. So let's see if I happen to get a star 1. I'm not sure what the probability is, but you can certainly get lucky and get one. And with that, take the face wrap armor. Though I'll take the trooper armor too, purely for the sake of fixing it up a little bit. Trooper armor I like better, but face wrap I always thought kind of looks good, because it kind of like, it feels like if you're in disguise as the NCR, you ought to have something that kind of covers your face. Now, a goggles helmet might be a good investment as well. Yeah, I'll take one of those. I've left a few things here. Sexy sleepwear arguably is not that useful. Maybe I'll come back for this trader gear. I'll just remember that this is actually here. Actually, trooper helmet? No, let's not go for trooper helmet. You see this, face wrap armor plus goggles helmet. I think that works really well as a disguise because no one would ever bloody see through your disguise. You're just like completely unrecognizable. So I think that works really nicely as a disguise. Having been repaired a little bit using the trooper armor, the face wrap armor is also easily my best at the moment. So my damage resistance currently at 6, assuming I'm wearing the helmet, which I actually have to wear now because apparently my pre-war hat like took enough knocks that it's now at 0 condition, and that means you can't re-equip it until it's been repaired. So my damage threshold is currently 6, which is 2 off the helmet and 4 of the grunt outfit. If I change over to this thing, that jumps up to 12, which is a really big improvement. If I get into combat, that could be very useful. But I'll stick with the Merc grunt outfit for now, just because the increase in guns is very valuable. In fact, I can actually show it off. I don't think I actually did that last time. So right now, yeah, my 10mm pistol is worth 15 in its current state. If I change over to the face wrap armor, that actually goes down to 14. So you can see like it does actually make a difference. And on like low damage, high DPS weapons, small changes like that stack up very quickly. You also need to bear in mind that the grunt outfit is light versus medium. Just like in Fallout 4, what armor you're wearing makes a big difference to how stealthy you are. So light armor is a lot stealthier than medium armor. There's also a lot of other benefits to light armor that you can actually unlock through perks, but we'll get to that in time. Next up, my first frag mines of the game, laid by the NCR right here. What the heck just happened? Have the timings of frag mines just been flipping changed? What the heck just happened there? Okay, that was really odd. Alright. Okay, well, I've disarmed these, so that's fine. But yeah, that was weird. Well, I don't know why that first one triggered. I'm not sure. Maybe the timing has been changed. Now, the most important change of all, potentially. Has JSawyer restored the two guys who used to stand around that barrel over there? Are they there? He hasn't. It has been confirmed. Confirmed by the person who made this game. That apparently there's not supposed to be blokes there. Though I will actually notice that it looks like the signs have been restored a little bit. I swear. Did that always used to be there? Was that sign always there? I don't know. Like, things are just a little bit different now. I'm seeing things I never used to see, and I'm not even sure whether at this point they're being added by the texture mod, by Josh. Well, I know Josh Sawyer hasn't done any texture work. He's basically just done rebalancing work, so it's extremely unlikely that changes to the actual casino building would be him. But I don't know if that sign's new. I think it might be. Oh, there's a sad thing. Noodles, such a fantastic food item in Fallout 4 survival mode. In Fallout New Vegas, not very useful at all. Just food minus 37 and waste 1 for it. Really not worth it. However, in Deputy Beagle's very easy locked gun case, my first 357 Magnum revolver of the game, a pretty good gun, relatively light. I mean, unlike the new current rebalance, like my 10mm pistol is 15 and that thing is 16, but it's a lot slower and the clip's a lot smaller. So arguably, like, this has partly lost its reason to exist. I mean, like, I'm not really sure why you would use the more valuable ammo. I'd rather almost save the 357 ammo for a cowboy repeater, because there's a couple of guaranteed drops of those coming up very, very soon indeed. So I might just leave that, actually. I'm not really sure. Actually, you know what? I will take one right this second for one reason and one reason only. I want to know what it looks like in the new weaponry texture project, and quite good. It's kind of, yeah, it's actually, it's a lot more black than it used to be. It used to be kind of a lot more silvery. So that is interesting. Let's see if there's any kind of new and decent animation on it. Let's just kind of load it, reload. Yeah, if we reload it, we can get a bit of a view. Yeah, for some reason, it's actually gone a little bit more on the black side, which is interesting. I'm not sure, actually. I think I almost preferred it when it was silver, because it used to be that the unique black one was the Mysterious Magnum! That's it, the Mysterious Magnum. That used to be like the unique black one, didn't it? But now it looks like, cool. Actually, I guess maybe it was just the light. It looks like a little bit more grey in this light. Maybe it's just because it was inside. Yeah, quite nice, but I'm not sure it's really worth it. Into the sheriff's office, and you probably just heard a little squish in the background there. That is because, yes, indeed, the game does kill these guys, or rather it blows up their heads live as you enter this building, just to make sure that there is some nice, fresh giblets and gore everywhere. Indeed, the sheriff and his wife were killed by the bandits as they stormed the town. Tons of ammo in here. 308 rounds, very, very valuable once we get a rifle that can actually use those. Ooh, that's a nice texture on the filing cabinets. That looks way nicer. And just like I was mentioning a moment ago, but this is really easy to miss. Like, I've missed this, like, so many runs in a row. People always tell me about this, and I always bloody forget. Under the bed, there is indeed a cowboy repeater. A very, very poor condition cowboy repeater, but regardless, it's still a good weapon. So I think we can get rid of the 357 Magnum right now. We need to make sacrifices. So yes, this thing requires 25 guns and strength 4, damage 13 in its current form, but it has good range on it. It doesn't weigh that much. Arguably, actually, this, like, in this low condition, this is questionable. Actually, you know what? I've got a weapon repair kit. I'm going to use my weapon repair kit just to get it up a little bit. So that gets that up to, what is that? Damage. Oh, that really doesn't do much. Is that because my a weapon repair kit's how much damage they do, a function of repair? I don't know, I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, damage 16, that's a little disappointing. Maybe that thing's been ever so slightly rejiggered by the mod, because that feels a little bit underwhelming. But it's a good gun. Yes, I know the thing's in poor condition, but we'll get a better one soon. And ooh. Oh, it looks nice, though. That's a really nice new skin on that. That looks absolutely bloody sexy. No, don't wander off yet. Let's just check if the sheriff's gear is actually any good. Oh, sheriff's hat. Sheriff's hat, that's good. Sheriff's duster. We should just check that, because like anything might have had some really good effects added to it. So Sheriff's Duster does nothing but +1 charisma, +5 guns. So I think that's pretty much the same. It's the same as it ever did back in Fallout 3. I can't remember if it also does that in Fallout New Vegas. And the Sheriff's Hat, which is just, you know, badass. For +1 perception. So, okay, on the plus side, I can at least get rid of... Oh, can I maintain that? No, I can't maintain that, because it's in good condition, actually. Yeah, okay, so get rid of the pre-war hat. The sheriff's hat looks cooler anyway. Oh yeah, now we're starting to look more badass. That's pretty damn good. And we got our first target for this thing right there. Hello. You go straight down, my friend. There we go. He goes straight. Interestingly, oh, yeah, caution. Good, good, good. I was about to say, it would be very odd if I didn't go into caution after all of that. Just hide around the corner here for a second, and we can loop around the other side, because they will never be able to follow me in time. I think there's only like, well, there always used to be just 2 guys out the front. Positioning, everything has changed, so, you know, things could change an awful lot. I think I feel like I'm really close to this guy. Not that close, mind. I mean, oh, danger, that's fine. He's going to take a few pot shots over here. He's going to regret it. Screw it, let's go over to this thing so we've got plenty of shots. Go into third person mode so we can actually see. Oh, flip, 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 flip. He's got explosives. What a get. Right, just like in Fallout 4 survival mode, explosives will utterly, utterly knacker you. Hopefully he's going to... Yeah, if he comes over here, then we'll be able to knacker him because... What are you about to do? Come over here, you get. Come over... Alright, fine, don't then. Hello. And then you have decided to... Oh, you mysteriously decided this was the exact moment you didn't want to get involved anymore. That's a shame. There you go. Now you've decided you want to get involved. I think it's a bit late for you, mind. Escaped convict. Ooh. He's actually got some decent health on him. That's impressive. I think actually with a couple of misses, you might actually need to... There we go. Finish him off manually. Check if there's anyone else. Check if there's anyone else. And back to hidden. No, we still only 2. Okay. He had a fair bit of health on him. Excellent. Get some money. Get some ammo. Lovely. Dynamite. So what does dynamite do? Dynamite does 47. Same as a powder charge. Okay. Pretty powerful, not spectacular. I'll take the varmint rifle just to improve my own. So we are at this point up to weight capacity. These guys aren't powder gangers, by the way. They count as just like separate raiders. So yeah, we don't need to worry about like upsetting the powder gangers by doing any of this. And a new sort of merc costume as well. The merc veteran is unarmed plus 10, survival plus 5. So again, for a particular character class, that actually might be useful. Well, I tell you what, taking the odd knock in combat isn't the worst thing in the world. It gives me a good opportunity to eat some food and drink some water, which gets my health back, as well as keeping hunger and thirst and so forth under control, so not too bad. Anyway, while I'm actually passing by Primm, let's pass in here and buy and sell with, what's-his-face, McGee. Or Johnson Nash, that too. Obviously, the most important thing you can do in Primm is rob them blind, particularly that little office at the back. It's very, very easy to get into. And while you can't necessarily do every single safe, because some of them are, I think kind of some of them are up to average locked, so you can't do all of them just yet, there's still some very, very good stuff just sitting around in the open ones, if nothing else. Oh yeah, there's even a hard locked one on the left here. That's absolutely fine. So this one is wide open by default. You've got 9mm submachine gun, which you might not have yet. You can get one if you repair it in... back in Goodsprings itself, in Doc Mitchell's office, but you might not do. In terms of weight to value ratio, Spike Knuckles is one of the best things in the early game. In fact, it may be one of the best things in the game, pretty much full stop. It's spectacular. 1 weight to 204 value. That's ridiculously good. So definitely get those. You'll sell them later. Switchblade, not bad for the same reason. Obviously, there's a ton of 9mm rounds, some drugs, which is fine. Jet, of course, nowhere near as useful as it will be in Fallout 4, where its effect is much better. Just AP restoration with a relatively high chance of addiction is just not very good. But, you know, it's not bad either. Also, I've got to say, like, having been playing a lot of Fallout 4, it now feels really stingy that you open a cash register and all it's got in it is, like, you know, 1 or 2 or 3 pre-war monies. I'm really used to opening up a cash register and seeing bloody 30 or so. That's how it should be. Now, while I'm here shopping, I'm going to trade out my single shotgun for a caravan shotgun. The caravan shotgun is actually technically weaker. However, it weighs 4 less and it carries 2 shots rather than 1. So its actual DPS in real terms is definitely higher. And just for the 4 weight, I'd say it's worth doing. Conveniently, of course, because Johnson Nash is not from Goodsprings, he'll also buy a whole bunch of stuff I stole from Goodsprings and thus Chet won't buy, but he will because he doesn't care. Or no, one or the other. I'm also going to sell him the 9mm machine gun. It's an okay weapon and one of my highest DPS at the moment, but if I need kind of like high DPS against enemies that don't really have much armor, I'll go to the caravan shotgun, not this, just because I do not have the ammo to keep this thing going right now. And here's something that's worth keeping an eye on. He's got some of the first speciality ammo in the game. So he's got some hollow point rounds for 357. I'll definitely take all 4 that he's got for those. So obviously, yeah, damage threshold times 3, damage times 1.75. But if the target has no damage threshold, then you're basically just effectively coming close to doubling your damage output at no penalty. And almost every creature in this game has no damage threshold. I think Death Claws do, maybe Rad Scorpions, everything else doesn't. So it's definitely worth kind of grabbing hold of that whenever you see it. Same business on overcharge stuff, because obviously the plasma pistol I've got is already pretty damn powerful. An extra 25% on top of that, combined with reduced damage threshold, even if it does kind of burn through my gun condition more, I'd say that's well worth having, so definitely take all of that. So here's my new Caravan shotgun. Very, very nice if I do say so myself. I like that. That's pretty good indeed. Yeah, okay. That'll definitely be doing the job nicely against any creatures I run across. And for now, let's leave Primm and instead head up towards the prison. I just wanted to kind of pass through Primm, see if there's anything good for me, pick up some good armor while I'm here. But now I'd say instead it's time for us to head for the prison. And just for once, I think I'll go the front way. I almost never go this way. Like, every single time I play this game, I go from Primm and then I cut across open ground to get to the back of the prison. I think this time I might just go in the front way, because that might be more fun. Again, you've got powder gangers here, but they are 100% completely fine with you for the moment. Ooh, is that leather armor? That's leather armor. Damage threshold 5 plus no other bonuses. Nah, it's not really worth it. And it looks like one of you died at the same time. I'm not sure if that's... This might actually be a fight that occurs, like, off camera, you just don't see. I don't think that's, like, a fixed event. Like, I don't remember seeing that person dead in the past, but maybe I'm just misremembering. Take today's physician, as that's free. Apparently, all this stuff is free. Ooh, free stealth boy. I'll gladly help myself to a free stealth boy, though admittedly, every single stealth being... Are you guys fine with me? Yes, you're fine with me. That's good. Excellent. Yeah, every stealth boy being worth 1, that means like every stealth boy you pick up is like, you know, 1% of your entire carry capacity, which is far from nothing. That actually weighs quite a lot. Now, while I'm on side with the powder gangers, aside from like the front of the prison, which we'll be heading to in a second, there's a powder ganger camp over here somewhere, which again has more powder charges just buried in the ground, which is definitely worth just kind of grabbing while you're passing by. And I believe all these guys are totally fine with you just running in and grabbing, even though like I've never done anything for the powder gangers. Just because I've never actually done anything against them, they're pretty much fine with me running in, taking their defenses out to ground without even saying hello, and then running off having robbed them blind. Very, very interesting. Again, plenty of powder charges in the ground here. Bloody hard to see. There's like, I think 4 of them dotted around here, so it's well worth having. So we'll get that. They're 5 XP a piece for disarming them too, which is worth doing. So we'll just grab these quickly. There we go. I think that is all of them. I don't think they're at any of the other side. I think they're like all this side for whatever reason. And yeah, you're just allowed to just straight up run in. You do actually kind of, you know, it is technically stealing, so you have to be a little bit on the careful side here. And if you can just get yourself hidden round the back... I'm allowed to just take this crate with me? I never knew that. Okay, guys, I'm not stealing. I'm just taking this crate with me. This is my crate now. Just don't mind me. Excuse me, out of the way. I'm taking your explosive crate for a walk. Oh, but not over the explosives. I'm not. Oh, I almost got double crossed by explosives there. Excellent. Wait, how did you walk over that? I guess mines technically don't detonate for like, you know, if you're the one that laid them. Oh! Ow! So, that happened. Oh, you're fine, are you? You don't mind the fact that that just happened? Well, lucky I just found a doctor's bag, isn't it? Excellent. Oh, but doctor's bags don't actually heal the limbs 100%. Beautiful. Yes, let's use a couple of stim packs here. Let's get some healing going on, given I've just... okay, fine. You know what? I'm not going to, like, reset for that. That's just... If I'm going to be that bloody incompetent, that's fine. Hidden... Help myself to 3 more dynamite. Dumb. There you are. You can have your explosive box back now. I'm very sorry. I think I just accidentally crippled one of your own guys there. Yeah, my limbs are in really bad condition at the moment, and I don't have a doctor's bag. I guess maybe if I see a doctor, I will just accept some healing from them. There's definitely one of the prisons, so maybe I'll go and see him just to get my limb condition back to how it should be. Oh, balls! Or not. For the sake of fairness, on the reload, I did get myself blown up with a few more bits and pieces, except this time this guy accidentally actually died. Sorry, I didn't actually mean to, you know, kill him. It just sort of happened. So, okay. Oh, stim pack expired. Nice. So, plus 3 HP for 4 seconds. Yeah, expired stim packs not actually that good at all. This is, of course, a place where you can pick up an outfit if you were to happen to need one. This time I'm actually hidden, so I can just rob them blind straight away. Lovely. So after some food and water, we've got... Oh, hello. Hello. What's down here? Oh, just random large dog. Quite a few large dogs, actually. They're marked as red, but they're not attacking me. I wonder if I could just be friends with them. There's quite a few of them, actually. Actually, this will do conveniently right here. I wouldn't mind sleeping till morning just because plenty of the powder gangers will be in bed right now and I'd rather they be awake. You know what? I just like sleeping through the night. It feels like the right thing to do. There we are. Lovely fresh morning. Now, what's that sleep done for my limb condition? Nothing whatsoever. Good. Tell you what, my supplies of purified water have actually been getting a little bit low recently. I need to be a little bit on the worried about that. Yes, okay, I'm definitely not dressed as the NCR. That's absolutely fine. And I know I'm going to have to buy my way in because... Actually, no, I think if you are a female character and you have Black Widow, you're allowed to flirt your way in. But I think everyone else has to pay.
Don't you know this is powder ganger territory?
I do, but just how much? Let's just settle this now. There you are, 100 bottle caps. Lovely. There we are. Just found a good moment to grab the Star Sunset Sarsaparilla Star bottle cap thingy McJib. Very, very important. Obviously, we've got Myers here. Remember him. We might well be wanting him later. But other than that, I see no reason to make trouble with the powder gangers right now. Oh, wow. The watchtowers around the prison have had a lovely little retexture. They're now proper little metal things. Way more than they used to be. That's lovely. And speaking of the towers, I believe one of them, and I think it is that one right there, has some good stuff at the top of it. Like, all of them, like, have something, but they're all a bit different, which is actually quite nice. It kind of rewards you exploring. But I think this one's the one that's most important. Yes, indeed. 308 rounds. Very, very worth having there. Beautiful. Together with some dirty water, but that's better than no water at all. Over in Cell Block A, there's an open grenade box. 4 frag grenades at 78 damage each is well worth having. Bear in mind, of course, every single one of these beds pretty much is up for grabs. So if you need a place to just, like, you know, relax for a bit, just kind of get some rest, the prison works very, very nicely. It's really not too difficult to stand up your needs in this mode, really. Because, like, if nothing else, you could just fast travel back to Goodsprings. You've got the Goodsprings source for water. You've got the trailer or Easy Pete's house for an available bed. And food, well, geckos respawn at a relatively high rate, so you don't need to worry about that either. And, of course, in Cell Block B, behind a locked door, you can get your schematics for powder charges, all of your very own. Now, I've got some good stuff to sell here, and enough to theoretically buy a grenade rifle, which is a very, very powerful early game weapon with the slight disadvantage that I don't actually have any ammo for it. And indeed, neither does he. He doesn't have any ammo whatsoever. That would basically just be 6 weight I'm carrying around for no reason. So I'll leave that for now, at least until I can find a source of ammo for the damn thing. Anyway, fresh new pile of money in hand. There's a doctor in the main building as well as the main powder ganger quest.
I was an NCR medic for 6 months, so I'm not exactly a doctor. Still, it's more medical training than any of the other guys here.
That'll do. Or does he actually not heal you? I thought there was a doctor here that actually bloody healed you, but Carter didn't heal me. This guy's not saying he will. Huh, I may be misremembering. I assumed he was actually a functional doctor, but it does not appear so. Well, in that case, fine. We'll have to make some alternative arrangements later, but let's not worry about that just yet, eh? For now, instead, let's just head up to the Warden's office, admire the beautiful work they've done adjusting the portrait of the Warden, including renaming him as Peaches. Very, very nice indeed. You do have to love their artwork. It's very, very nice. And instead, have a quick word with Eddie, because he's got some very nice, quick, easy work to do.
Dawes said he let somebody in. So you going to give me a reason not to kill you and throw your body back outside?
I'm very good at following orders without question. So a man named Chavez needs to die, and I'm going to be doing that as part of I Fought the Law without question whatsoever. Now with a speech of 30, this should be nice and easy to take care of, so let's just go and handle him. Fastest way to him, well, probably questionable. Either you kind of come out of the prison and head left by the prison and over the hills here, or you go to Primm and you kind of head pretty much due, what direction would it be? Kind of due eastward, I guess? Yeah, kind of due eastward from Primm, and that would take you to him as well. The nice thing about coming out of the prison is it brings you on top of this hill here. If you decide that you need him to die by being sniped, of course, you've got a really good shot at him from up here, which is very, very welcome. But we don't need to do that. Instead, I would say a speech check is almost certainly going to be worth more experience points than a sniper shot. Interesting thing I did here, by the way, there's been a lot of karma rebalancing. You can't just murder powder gangers for free kind of increased karma anymore, which I'd say is a very, very positive improvement, because it made it too easy to be morally good all the time in the original New Vegas. Instead, like, killing powder gangs is no longer morally good, and killing ghouls is the same. So actually, if you steal a lot, you might find yourself being kind of stuck with negative karma you don't even want. Anyway, hello, Chavez. And with speech of 30, Eddie's just going to keep chasing you. Quit while you're ahead and alive, Chavez.
Alright. Pickings were getting slim around here anyway.
Off he goes, job dealt with. They both get up, wander off. The dynamite is free to grab, which is lovely. Ah, and we've leveled up too. Lockpick certainly needs to be heading in an upward direction. That's certainly true. Get that towards 50 very, very soon indeed. But guns heading up would certainly be a nice idea as well. Alright, Eddie, job done. What's next?
What?
And we got some Powder Gangers fame for that. Obviously, doing quests for factions gets you fame. A lovely feature of New Vegas, which it's very sad did not properly really reappear in Fallout 4. And a merchant that needs to be taken care of, a suspicious chappie, in fact. This one's fast and easy to deal with. He's right by Gene skydiving, so obviously as long as you've already hit that as a fast travel location, you can get back to him super quick as well. Few different options for dealing with this guy, who's in fact a would-be bounty hunter in disguise. Oh, hello. Hello. What's going on here? Hello? Oh! Something behind me! What the? Oh, flip! This is a good position to be in. I've decided this is a fine position to be in. I've only got my temper. Oh, I'm not going to survive this. The plus side, I've got my 10mm, which is okay. Okay, he's dead. Yeah, next. And maybe if I've got just enough action points, yeah, might just have enough. Oh, not quite. No, never mind. Oh, well. Valuable lesson learnt. Nature will bloody tear you apart in one bloody second. Excellent. Alright, this time starting from that nice convenient camp that's literally, well, it's seconds away. Seconds away from flipping Gene skydiving. But it will give us a chance to sneak up on whatever it is that was trying to bloody ambush us. Because I swear there was more than one. There was one red thing behind Gene skydiving. And a couple of red things in front of it. So I think there might be something else here. Well, this Powder Gang is there. So if there was a red thing behind Gene skydiving, you'd think they would have taken it out, or at least engaged it for me, which would work fine. And then we've got, unless of course like they spawned in because I was at Gene skydiving or something. No sign of any red yet. What was it? I honestly don't know what bloody happened there. That's, aha. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. I see ya. I see ya. I see ya. Yeah, but this time the first hit's going to be mine, you bastard. Screw you. There you are. Right, 10mm pistol. They're attacking gecko hunters. Not to be underestimated, but that's fine. Number 2, don't come out of VATS until... Okay, good. We came out of VATS just at the right time there. VATS defense. Temperamental little thing. 2 dead geckos. Dead. Fling they go, and... Oh! You've decided you are on side with the geckos, have you? Okay, what are you armed with? That's quite frankly odd. Alright, fine. Whatever you've got armed with, I think it's a shotgun. That's fine then. That lets me get right up and shoot him in the face a bit. I think for some reason, yeah, he's got himself... Why did he go hostile to me? Well, alright, you told me to get rid of this guy. He has been most certainly got rid of. Well, on the plus side... He's got some ammo, caravan shotgun I can repair mine with, some stuff, leather armor in not good condition, so we'll pass on that. Okay. He's been dealt with in a particularly direct fashion, Eddie. You could not ask for more dealt with than that. Ooh, the plane. The plane at Gene skydiving looks nice at this resolution. Oh, and the lovely runway. Slightly bumpy runway, I'll admit. Could be a little bit flatter. There we are. Big improvement to the caravan shotgun there. That thing's doing much nicer now. 4.5 times 7 at only 3 weight. Oh, that thing's going to become a beast very quickly. Very good. I tell you what, it's actually going to take me a while to take the perk that lets the skill books be worth more because of the slower leveling. I'm just going to take Chinese Army Spec Ops now just to clear out 2 weight because every single bit of weight really does matter. And I most certainly did get rid of him. So, locals in Primm, what did they know about attacking the Powder Gangers and the NCR and all that good stuff? Fine, nice and easy. We've already got a fast travel location there. And Johnson Nash, obviously, as the, well, kind of the de facto leader of Primm, will be the person to chat to.
Hey, youngster. Still hanging about Primm, huh?
Now, what's the speech check for you? I cannot remember.
I might know something, but my memory ain't what it used to be.
Speech 30 apparently basically just means we're going to directly threaten him, so how's that for motivation?
No need to get upset, youngster. We're all friends here. I swore not to say a word to no one, but an NCR deserter passed through some days ago and traded for supplies. According to him, the NCR has decided enough's enough and is going to send in a mess of troops to take back the prison any day now.
There we are. That's a good thing to know. And so the moment comes to choose a side. That information we could now take back to Eddie, which isn't really it's not really so much choosing a side as kind of backing out of the decision. Because if you speak to Eddie and tell him about the attack, then he'll say, oh yeah, by the way, they're already here, the alarms go off, and he'll basically say, you get out of here, but if you want to take a few of them out on the way out, that's great. You can then murder all the NCR and kind of help the powder gangs win, though you'll be doing the vast majority of the heavy lifting by yourself. And if you do that, then yeah, okay, fine, you'll get some powder gang of fame. But what's powder gang of fame worth when, to be honest, there's barely any powder gangers in the entirety of this game after this early point. You simply don't get anything for doing it, which is, yeah, makes it kind of a little bit pointless. Going with the NCR is just by far the more rational, reasonable position to take. The NCR are much more valuable. Obviously, there's a million opportunities to get some fame with the NCR, but you may as well just kind of start on the right foot with them. Though while you're passing by here, there are some houses hidden around the side of Primm. Lots of people miss these because there's this big kind of brick wall here, and people think kind of this is going to be the edge of Primm. People just kind of miss these. There's a little bit of good stuff to be had here. The first house you get to has a Sunset Sarsaparilla Star bottle cap, always very, very welcome. The second on the left has a unique item. Well, not quite a unique item. You can buy these, but they're quite rare. Ruby's Casserole. The item you can get, I believe, by bringing a Rad Scorpion Poison Gland over to Ruby Nash. Not a spectacular item, really. Food minus 150, but hit points +1 for 30 seconds. That's a relatively long period of healing. Purified water's only 1 hit point for 10 seconds, so 30 hit points healing in a world where you only have 120 hit points total, yeah, that's not too bad. First house on the right, meanwhile, has a guaranteed baseball bat spawn. Baseball bat's actually a pretty decent early game melee weapon if you're going down that route. And the second house on the right has nothing good in it at all. So aside from that one, there's actually something kind of pretty decent in like all 4 of these houses that are here around the back of Primm. Very worth kind of coming and visiting. Plus, of course, like every single one of them has a mailbox. I think there's either like 6 or 8 mailboxes there. So that's a very good chance of getting some good skill magazines as well. So back to the NCR tent, and this time into the other one for Lieutenant Hayes.
I'm Lieutenant Hayes of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. What's your business?
And I know the NCR's plan to attack the prison.
Military operations are classified information.
Just let me help. So the following morning, after a quick rest and just topping up on all my stats, Lee is up on top of that hill. Fastest way to get to him is to go to that camp where Chavez was, so if you actually went over there, that is a fast travel location. So just head over to him, and the attack can begin in earnest. Though if you want to start it off early, of course, if you have a good rifle, you can do so. So just pick your powder gangers that you want to go down, and they will start going down very quickly to sneak attacks. Oh. If I just upset Lee, don't do it, man. Don't do it, man. Let's have a chat about the attack before you go any further, alright? This is rather odd, because I'm speaking to him from on top of a ledge. That's what's with the slightly odd angle here. And as soon as you've spoken to him, the explosion just, yeah, a mini nuclear explosion just sort of kicks off all around the prison, which is fine. I'm fine with that. Obviously, you know, you can help or not help as far as you wish. These guys generally have very, very low armor, so shotguns work very nicely against them. There's not going to be that many of them, to be honest, and there's going to be plenty of NCR troops with vastly better weaponry and just basically everything. We got someone over here. Oh, no, that'll be Doors. That'll be Doors. Don't worry about him. We've got one guy over there who's actually got a gun, so we'll prioritize him in a second. Excuse me. No. Excuse me. You have to get nice and close to it. Oh, no, he's already dead. Fine. Dead and very much had his legs blown off. Beautiful. He had just a varmint rifle, nothing major. Yeah, the NCR will easily clean up the outside. The inside, however, is a bit more of an issue for them. They're storming, what are they doing right now? They're storming one of the towers. It's a decent force. But inside, Scrambler's got a plasma pistol. Eddie's quite tough. There's a fairly large number of them, and it's confined space, which doesn't really work in the NCR's advantage. But I do like the fact they are kind of working together to storm the tower. Quite nice. Ah, good. The night vision on my scope has switched off, presumably because it's got to the right time of day or something. Marvellous. Now, the question is, are the NCR... Okay, the NCR are all going to go in together, which works for me. But do they want to take out that guy over there first? There you go. We've got his attention. He fired over here, which means he immediately goes down in the world's most ridiculous hail of bullets. Beautiful. Massive, great bloody firing squad of NCR have decided to go after him. Nice. He's not even dead. The NCR... Oh, no, there he goes. The NCR did an amazing job taking him out there. With him dead, they'll all finally move in. As I say, shotgun. Good choice of weapon here, but this fight can go either way. Alright, take these guys out nice and quickly. These first two guys will go down no trouble. The rest of them, however, bit more difficult. This is actually not a bad time for a grenade. There are very few times in this game that are actually good for grenade. This is one of them. There you go. Beautiful. Nice. And then Scrambler goes down. We've done a good job. The NCR don't seem to have turned on me as a result of what I've done here. No, it seems to be fine. Vilified by the powder gangers. Are they all dead? Yes, they are. So the NCR do not object to what's happened. Just check that Sergeant Lee wasn't amongst the dead. No, they were not. Because I'm vilified, that normally means absolutely everyone is dead. So if everyone is dead, that should be fine. Lee will make his way over to the desk. If that guy's going over to the desk, that's no. He's just taking his position there, same as the powder gangers are. Where is Lee? There he is. Hello.
We can take it from here. We might have some cleaning up to do, but Eddie's a deadie. Gangs with no leadership don't last long. I'll radio Hayes to let him know the prison's ours. But you should swing by to see him the next time you're near Primm.
Nice. Now, NCR fame gained. And because this has actually worked out very nicely for me, because the ideal scenario is you want basically everyone to end up dead. Because it doesn't actually impact your, reputation if everyone ends up dead, just which side you chose, as long as somebody wins. But really you want, one person standing, and ideally it to be Lee and everyone else to be dead. And that is broadly what's happened here, so that's fine. Now, obviously, those doctor's bags we saw earlier, we can help ourselves to those, together with all those medical supplies. That one's empty, but this one has something in it. NCR troopers died nicely. This is a good way of getting a service rifle if you don't have one right now and you happen to want one. The armor I picked up earlier, by the way, the NCR armor, I was originally planning to go with the powder gangers, but then just slip on the armor to disguise myself on the way out. I decided in the end it was almost certainly better just to straight up just go for the NCR ending. They are a more useful, valuable faction. Now, somebody is glitching inside a desk or something because I can hear their ragdoll flipping around like crazy. That's what that kind of little wibbly noise is. Scrambler. Scrambler's good. Brass knuckles and some psycho. Oh, no, is it Eddie himself that's got the plasma pistol? Ah, administrative key. That is very, very useful. Plasma pistol. I can improve mine with that. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that NCR armor for now. For the moment, it weighs quite a lot. I mean, it's okay as armor, but it's not spectacular. Meanwhile, thanks to that administrative key that I picked up a second ago, this previously locked door here cracks open nice and easy. Very, very nice. Doors marked in red are very, very odd, which is if you've got the key, even if the door's marked in red, it seems to be a-okay to just lockpick your way through. There's a ton of ammo and stuff in here. I think picking that up might be a crime because the NCR now considers this their property. So, yeah, before you go ransacking, make sure you've got the door closed. I think an explosion might have actually tossed this stuff to the ground, by the way. Possibly my grenade directly underneath it. Because, yeah, this stuff is actually supposed to be, a little bit higher up. Long fuse dynamite. Basically just dynamite, but with a longer fuse. You know, as you would broadly reasonably expect there. But, yeah, just a ton of ammo and stuff in this room. There is an average locked safe in the administrative office and an average locked gun cabinet here. Maybe worth swinging back around to collect those later, but no need to worry about it yet. So thanks to all those dead NCR, I've also now got a service rifle that's in very good condition. So yeah, this is a relatively rapid firing weapon, requires 25 guns to use because of the very low strength requirement. Yeah, DPS 59, damage 16, so pretty powerful. I've got tons of 5.56 ammo for it, and it's got a decent clip size and fire rate. Yeah, 59 DPS is alright. Just to benchmark it against my 10mm, that has a DPS of 43, and you know how fast that can fire. So yeah, service rifle is actually pretty decent. Plus, in my experience, finding unique ammo that makes this thing much more powerful is relatively easy. Let's just go outside and have a little look, see how it looks. Some of the weapon reskins are kind of like alternatives to how they look in the main game. Some of them are significant improvements. This, to my mind, is just an alternative. In some ways, the original one was a bit lighter and had a bit more, I think, kind of more obvious wood on it, which I actually quite liked, actually. So, yeah. Oh, what? That guy just has lit dynamite. I panicked there for a second. I think he was killed as he was throwing lit dynamite. So, therefore, there is lit dynamite on him. Yes, there's two separate classes of dynamite. If I pick up the dynamite that was lit, It goes out of his hands. Am I about to explode? Okay, I haven't exploded. Good, good. So, back in Goodsprings, I think we should end things off today by doing Ghost Town Gunfight. But first, I've got some limbs that need healing. So, back to Doc Mitchell. I've no bloody clue what this even actually costs, so now I'm going to find out.
Welcome back. I had hoped you wouldn't need to come see me again so soon.
Yeah, well, I've been doing a lot of killing people. So, 50 caps for a patch-up. This better heal my limbs. There we are, yep. All my limbs are back up to tip-top condition. Lovely, that is well worth 50 caps, I would say. So, now I'm able to actually bloody run normally again. Let's head over and have a quick chat to Ringo. Not least, there's actually some decent loot in the garage he's hiding in as well. Copy of boxing times, not so relevant for me, but could be useful. Random sack here, yeah, some decent ammo, why not? There is, of course, yeah, some crates just full of some Sunset Sarsaparilla. Basically, I'm just going to take all the Sunset Sarsaparilla I can find and just kind of down it immediately in the random hunt for the star bottle caps. There's no reason not to, because now it doesn't increase thirst anymore. You're basically just keeping your thirst low at the same time as adding some healing, even if you don't need it. So you may as well just kind of drink everything you come across. And worth noting as well, there is a little safe hidden around the back here. Oddly, he's happy with you taking literally everything except these 9mm rounds. Those you're not allowed to take, possibly because those are what he's using in his gun. But yeah, he's fussy about those rounds, but everything else is up for grabs. Very welcome, another caravan shotgun I can use to improve mine. Now, back to Sunny Smiles. She'll come round and protect Ringo nice and easy, because she's just a good egg like that.
Say no more. I'm in.
See? There you go. So there's a few people to enlist. Trudy's the only one that matters. She's a speech or a sneak check. I think I can pass both of those. So, oh no, I'm not quite ready to pass the sneak check, but that's fine. Speech 25 is nice and easy. Let's just appeal to her love of being involved in bullets and explosions, apparently.
I was planning on sitting this one out, but for some reason, I can't help but like you.
May as well sell some of the stuff we picked up from the prison to her as well. She gives me excellent prices. And level 4 as well. Love level 4. Level 4 is a level where some great perks come available. And of course, New Vegas, you only get a perk on every even-numbered level. So you actually get a perk on this one. Now, lockpick, let's get that straight up to actually 48, because that'll be 50 with the hats. That's absolutely fine. Because of the way I've built this character, I won't be able to pass most of the checks with the townsfolk, so I won't be able to talk Chet round. That's fine, that's not urgent. I don't think I even want his leather armor, to be honest. And I don't really mind if the townsfolk have it or not. I've got a different plan for defeating the powder gangers, and explosives too. Not going to be worrying about that too much. Let's get guns going up a little bit further. That's a nice, safe, sensible measure right now. There's only one thing you'd ever really do at level 4 as well. Of course, you would take Educated. An extra 2 skill points now means by the end of the game, even with the level cap reduced to 35, that means there's another 31 levels to take yet, so of course that's another 62 skill points if you take that immediately. 62 skill points is of course well worth having. Done. So while we can indeed go and see Doc Mitchell, he'll do nothing but give me some additional medical supplies. Nice, but not exactly going to help out in the fight. So let's just slightly rig the odds in our favour. And in a nice ironic way too, which is, you remember those nice little powder charges we picked up off the powder gangers? Well, I'd say that would be a lovely little thing to just leave sitting around town. Do you not think? The powder gangers will start off on the road up here, somewhere around here anyway. So let's just put one about here. Let's put another one about here. These guys will run into town. Some of them will run out to meet them, so I don't really want them all over the shop. We'll put another one about there. And then maybe one like over here for any that kind of go over to the left. So with those down, I just need to go and visit Doc Mitchell, pick up some extra free medical supplies from him, because why not? And then we can head back to Ringo and start off the fight. Should be a nice easy one. Oh no, the dog's still weak. Why didn't you heal the dog, Sonny? You should have healed the dog. Alright, now, let's see what we got going on here. Can we see where they are? Okay, they're over there already. They're already moving in. You can, if you really want to, take a shot at them immediately. There's nothing to stop you doing that. Let's just get into a good position. Take a sniper shot at like one of them or something if we can. Oh, that's at least one of them. Oh yeah, they're walking into the traps now. They're already badly wounded. Obviously take out the ones with the guns. They're already going down nice and quick. Yeah, badly injured already. She's dead. Trudy, okay, what state are we in here? Joe Cobb's almost dead. I think actually we're almost done. What's left? One random, I think there's only one left. One random down there. Dead. There you go. Goodsprings idolized. Huzzah! The crappy backwater town that has got basically nothing in it. Really likes. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Goodsprings has indeed good springs. Excellent source of water. being idolised by the water community. That's a very good thing.
If you ever visit New Vegas, look me up at the Crimson Caravan Camp.
And indeed you can go and find him there. It's lovely. In fact, I think he gives you a second payment if you do. Now let's just quickly loot all of these guys. The main one you want to make sure you get is Cobb himself. You can generally spot him because he's wearing the thicker, heavier armor with the black kind of bulletproof vest there. He'll give you a Magnum revolver, but honestly, as I say, I'm not sure they're that spectacular. And a stealth boy, which is very worth getting. Everyone else isn't going to have much on them. Like, you know, they're on with crappy things like baseball bats. So, I mean, baseball bats are actually pretty decent. A low condition one there, damage 12. That's alright for early game. It's, you know, it's okay. It's not quite Fallout 4 level baseball bats, where baseball bats are actually pretty damn good. You basically just want to be keeping an eye out for dynamite on the corpses, because dynamite is light and sells for reasonable amounts. So yeah, if you can get some dynamite, yeah, there you are, more dynamite. Might just sell all of that to Chet on the way out of town. And perfect timing, just as I was selling all the stuff I picked up to Chet, he happens to have a plasma pistol high energy ionizer for +7 damage, as well as a plasma pistol magazine accelerator for increased speed of plasma projectile. Both very, very good, very, very worth having. Just check he hasn't got anything else either. He's got a silencer. Yeah, I'll take a silencer for the varmint rifle as well. He's got good stuff all around today. Marvellous. I'll gladly spend 1,000 caps on all of that. And with that, obviously my varmint rifle gets silenced, which is very, very welcome indeed. Oh, that's nice. But more important, the plasma pistol already doing 17 damage, even when I've barely invested in energy weapons. Mod that together with, yeah, +7 and high speed. This thing very rapidly becomes pretty much the most powerful thing you've got. DPS 41 isn't spectacular, but damage 24 together with a source of ammo, energy cells, which you're going to have a lot of. That thing is pretty damn good. Ooh, has it got a little green thing at the front? Ooh, you can more clearly see the nice wibbly greenness. That's nice. I like that. Oh yeah, the reskin on that's done some really lovely work, making it more wibbly while you're carrying it around, so it's permanently wibbly. That's nice. This thing's now got a nice fast projectile speed, which is lovely. It's very, very, very powerful indeed. This thing is well worth carrying around with me. Chet only has a very small number of weapon mods that seem to be able to spawn in his inventory, and a couple of weapon mods for the plasma pistol are in that number. Getting a plasma pistol off Bart and Thorn, then another one off Eddie in the prison, and then improving them here, yeah, that is basically your way of getting the most powerful pistol you're going to have in the early game by a very, very long way. In fact, this thing, it actually takes quite a while for anything to be able to match it. So yeah, very, very worth having. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is more than enough for now, as we have kind of explored the area around Goodsprings. We found some fun new weapons. We've enjoyed our new textures, our new weapons, all sorts of... Oh, it's just gorgeous now. I'm loving this new New Vegas. Well, it's the same old New Vegas. It looks just like it should do, just a little bit prettier, and that's all I ever wanted out of life. But starting next week, ladies and gentlemen, we head out into the wider world indeed. We'll sort out Primm's problems and then head south beyond that. We'll go to the NCR outpost. We'll head to Nipton. We'll do a proper explore there and possibly beyond as well. We'll see how we get on. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am, because I'm just bloody loving this chance to experience New Vegas afresh, looking so utterly beautiful and with just these lovely little subtle tweaks, which to my mind fix a lot of just those little annoyances about New Vegas, those little things that didn't quite make sense. The JSawyer Mod has fixed a whole lot of stuff. So more next week, ladies and gentlemen, and if you have any mod recommendations, please do leave them in the comments below. I do read over those, and I'll put one of them that takes my fancy into the game before next part. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Fallout New Vegas Survival Mode with the JSawyer Mod. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Has he got nipple tassels on? There is nothing less intimidating than a fat bloke with nipple tassels. I wouldn't kill him. We're standing on top of a pool of oil and he's holding a torch. I'm fighting the same guy 3 times at the moment. It is actually the same bloke. It's cocking Scotland, not the waste beyond the wall. This isn't Game of Thrones, it's just Britain.